sometimes I feel the way about my age when it comes to being a creator. Sometimes I wish I would have just stuck with it when I first learned, man. When I first learned how to make beats, I was 19. No. I was 18. Yeah, I was 18 years old, man. But sadly, around that same time, I was doing crimes. So, me going to prison at 19, that was the start of the bullshit that was my life. Like, when I started making beats again, I was like 27, 28. But I wasn't taking it seriously at all. It was like, I think I had an iPad at the time. I had an iPad and I was using the, I think it was GarageBand. And like I made like maybe 2 or 3 beats. But I don't know what the fuck happened to me. I don't know what happened to that. Like, I have no memory at all of why I stopped. So that's 2 times when I was younger that I could have got the ball rolling earlier on in life. When I finally came back and stuck with it for good, I was 34. I don't know why the fuck. Like, I understand the first time. Like, I learned how to make beats at 18. And, you know what I'm saying? Me and my peoples, we had the Fruity Loops and the Cakewalk and Reason. Just making a bunch of beats. Not a lot. I mean, a couple. And then, like, you know what I'm saying, life happened. Like, I got in trouble. And then I was living life. I wasn't focused on, that wasn't even a thought in my brain. Like, because it wasn't really like niggas was making beats on some, like, yo, we gonna be beat makers. My man's got the program. He got all these programs. We put them in his computer. And we was making music. It wasn't even like we were beat makers. We was just making music, making tracks, like freestyling. Like, we would freestyle over other people's beats and shit. But we had a way to record it, you know what I'm saying? And then here and there, we'd make our own little beats and shit, and maybe bust out some freestyles over them or write some little shit over them. But we was young, and we was just dabbling in music. It wasn't really like a serious thing for real. So that's why it wasn't in my mind like that after I stopped. Like, when I ended up getting locked up, I remember when I got locked up, and I remember when I was on bail. And on bail, nigga recorded some freestyles, because I remember spitting about that shit. I remember putting it in my rhymes about having to go to court and having to end up going to prison, da-da-da. I remember that shit. But like, I went to prison, it's like, nigga wasn't thinking about that. Like, yeah, when I get back, I'm gonna get back to making these beats. Nah, it wasn't nothing like that. Like, it fell to the wayside. Like, it fell to the back of the mind type shit. Like, a nigga really wasn't thinking about that at all. I was just living a young nigga's life, like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. And it wasn't until you fast forward to, like, I was like 27, 28, and I had a little extra change on me, and I ended up buying this iPad from this kid I know. And I had the iPad, and I'm just fucking with the iPad, you see what I'm saying? Just going through the iPad, little features and shit. And I think I stumbled upon the GarageBand app. And I just like, hey, it's something to do. Waste some time. Like I said, I'm a little older at this time, 27, 28. I'm not running the streets no more. Like, I'm really just on the boring shit, just going to work. Just, you know what I'm saying, chilling with a friend or two here and there, smoking some weed, or just being in the crib. Like, I wasn't really out there active, so I had some time on my hands. And with that time, I made a few beats. And once again, it wasn't nothing like serious. It was just something to do. I never looked at it in a way of like, wow. But then again, I do remember making this one beat, and I named it, I think, Voice. And I was really jacking it. I'm not gonna lie, I was really jacking that beat. I uploaded it. I emailed it to myself or whatever. And I felt so good about it that I told one of my budmen about it. That's how good I felt about the beat. And I played it for him just to play it. Like, yo, listen to this, bro. Listen to what I made. And I still have that beat to this day. It's somewhere deep down in the archives of my email, one of my old emails, addresses. But, again, like, I don't know. I'm guessing life happened again. It really did, though. Like, I ended up I was on probation at that time. Yes, even though I was fucking older and out of the streets and all this shit, I was still going through life, fucking crazy ass life. So I had ended up catching a probation violation, and I went and did like a month, a little less than a month. Then I ended up leaving the spot I was living at and going down south. Then I came back to New York, and I'm in the city and working in Manhattan. I ended up moving to my sister's place in Pennsylvania. Then I moved back to Long Island, New York. Like, there's a bunch of stuff. So, like, as all of this real life shit is going on, nobody has it in their mind. Yo, I gotta get back to making music. Nobody's thinking about making no fucking beats. Like, it's not in my brain. Once again, it's out of my brain. Because I'm caught up in the stupidity of my real life, like the dumbass decisions and the results of them, and having to live with these results. So, that was at 27. I was making beats once again and stopped. And you fast forward again another 7 years. I'm 34. I finally start making beats. And I'm finally like, alright, I'm here. I'm gonna make them now. And the weird and crazy part is this. This is the scariest part about this whole thing. When I started making beats again at 34, when I started doing it just, I was immediately pretty good. You know what I'm saying? And this is the scary part about it. I'm over here like, yo, why am I like doing okay for a nigga that's just starting out? I deadass forgot. I really forgot. This is the fucked up part. This is how much it wasn't in my mind. I forgot that I started making beats like 15 years prior to. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, I'm 34 at this time. I forgot that I started making beats at 18. And I forgot that I came back to it 10 years after that. So at 18 and 27 or 28, those were 2 times in my life where I made beats. And when I came back to it at 34, I forgot all about those 2 times. So I'm like, yo, I'm just starting off, but why the fuck am I catching on so fast and so easy and da-da-da-da? And the people that I'm showing the beats to, they like it. And I'm like, what the fuck? I just started. It can't be this good. And it's like, ding. Oh, shit, that's right. I used to fucking do this before. It's like it was some repressed memory shit. So, I say all that to say that I really wish that I got the sniffles. I'm not crying. But I really wish that I got into this shit. I mean, stayed with it at an earlier age, because I'm at a point now, like I got 4 years in now, I'm 38 now. And it's like, it's only getting better, progressing and all that. But in my mind, it's like, I understand the grind takes time, but by the time a nigga actually starts like maybe popping for real, it might be like fucking going on 50 years old, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I don't know how I'm gonna feel at that time. I may still feel like how I feel now. I feel good outside of these minor little aches and pains and shit. That nigga still feels youthful and vibrant or whatever the hell. But yeah, that's the reality, is that when I really start gaining some real traction, I might be old, be like not senior citizen old, but like nigga might, you know what I'm saying? It might be another 10 years from now. I might be 48. I might be 52. Am I going to have that energy? Am I going to want to run around and link up with motherfuckers in studios and all this shit? Am I going to be too bitter from all of the fucking failures and shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not bitter now, but I damn sure got a little tool to me. A little bit, just because of life. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wouldn't even say pessimistic. It's just the experiences have made me a little bitter. I ain't gonna lie. But, what can you do? You can't go back in time. And I hate that your mind like dwells on the past, because it's like, you can't go back in time. So what the fuck why is this even a feature in my brain to do? Like, you know what I mean? So, just a little vent session. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Check me out on Instagram as well. Sounds from Mars. You already know.